Hello and welcome to Trading Within the Box here on July 3rd. Happy 4th of July to everybody here, and thank you for coming to Trading Within the Box. This is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell, or any stocks, options, equities, futures, or Forex. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional or the brokerage house of your choice. Okay, so please like and subscribe and share my channel if you like the content here and if it helps you. So we're going to go over patterns. And the first thing I want to go over with everybody here is now market was closed early today, so market's closed tomorrow. Okay. And now I want to go over the GLD with the weekly chart here. Okay. So we're sitting on a support level right now on the GLD. Okay. Right there. Okay. We know we're trading within the box. Okay. So as you look at this here, you'll see that you have a small little trading range, but you're also at support level, pulling back, and then you want to really see if they're going to be coming off of this level with a retest. Right now, no. Okay, so right now, no. And as we go over to the daily chart here, we look here and we see a little bit of buying, a small amount of buying coming in, okay? That's really just a short covering right there, okay? And we have nothing. There's no trend. There's nothing. We have a dead gold market at this moment, okay? We went past the gap over here in this area, and then now we're into the second gap here, okay? So we're into this gap, and we're into this gap, okay? There was a surge of buying in this area, so as you put your eyes to the right here, you'll see that we're in that spot right there, okay? So this is something that you're just gonna keep watching, okay? You'll know on a smaller time frame that we do have this little bullish little buying, and it's not bullish, but it's a little bit of covering right in this area here. And as you can see, as it was coming down, came down. Put your eyes down here. You have more selling volume here, and you have no volume there. So the first time it went up, it was a fake out, because look at that, okay? Now, you come down here, and then you start getting a little activity, but you're still heading down, okay? You get more selling volume, okay? And then you come to support right in that area, okay? Now when you look at this, you look at it and you say to yourself, yes, there's a little more activity right here in this spot, as you see right there, okay? So you see this little reversal head and shoulders here. Now that there's really not much going on here, but we're going to see as we come. That's a major support area, and that's why you see that, okay? So that's something that on the GLD, which is the gold trust, which is the ETF for gold, you got a V-shaped formation here, okay? This is a V-shaped formation right now, okay? So now if you stop here and we start getting engulfing or get buying, we're going to start getting a different trend. Right now the trend is down, okay? And we'll see when that ends, okay? AMGN. Let's go over to AMGN, because we've been asking about AMGN and we've been looking at it. And it's something that, how we have some of these setups coming here, okay? Let's go to AMGN on first. Let's go, because we just ended the month. Let's go and see where we are with AMGN. Okay, so now on AMGN, now remember, we have earnings in August, okay, on AMGN. So it's something that you want to put on your calendar. You can go to finance. You can go to Yahoo Finance and check out the earnings dates also, and see when they'll be. Okay, and then be very careful as you're going into earnings. Okay, so now trading with the box. Okay, so now on a monthly chart, 219.13. Okay, is an outstanding price. It's an outstanding price. Okay, so we pencil that in our book. We know that 219 to 220. Is a major support area on AMGN. Okay, we do have resistance at 234, 235. Okay, so it's something that you want to look at, because remember, watch the last time they bought in this area. Okay, they bought off this area and now buying off this, and it came very close there. Look at the surge of buying. Now we dip back deeper, okay, past here, and we go down into this area. We're grabbing more shares. Okay, so then we say, all right, you know what? That's too big of a picture. I can't understand where we are going. Let's just say, which direction we're going to be heading, okay? But now we look at the weekly chart. And when we look at the week chart, now we see accumulation, okay? And we're in a major support area on AMGN. That's why I want to bring this up to you, because it's very important here, okay? We come down. Now, when you come down into these swing point levels, see now how on a weekly chart, there's a major support level right here, okay? So we're kind of in that, little bit in that area right now. Look at your volume as, now you're making a retest W formation here. This is a beautiful setup here. That's going to be a beautiful setup. Now we're doing pattern recognition, okay? This is something that you want to really look at, and you want to know what you're looking at when you're coming down with the swing point on the weekly chart on May 30th, 2023. How many shares did you come down with? 15.52 million shares. Okay, now we're going to retest with 10.5 and 12.22 million shares. Okay, so what does that say? We're coming back into this area with lighter volume. Now, I'll look at this here. We get a little bit of accumulation, and we're getting the W setup. Now, this could stop and break and just keep going down. This could happen. But what happens if we look at this and we say, come up, come back, we stop, and boom, we get the engulfing right here, the engulfing candlestick. Okay, and then we start heading up. Okay, and then we'll know, how will we know where it could fail? Okay, right now we failed a little bit in here in these swing point areas. Okay, we're coming into those swing points a little stronger. Okay, so this one was 17 million, around 17 million coming in. This one right here was 11 million, and we had a 10 and a 12. Okay, so coming into this with a little bit of a strength. Okay, so watch AMGN now. Watch AMGN. So remember this, trading within the box. Okay, I want you to look at this and understand where demand zones are. Okay, and then where are the sell areas? I got to know where those big drops are. Okay, so that's where I say to myself, why and where is it? And then why is it there? Why is it there? Because at this point, boom, sold off. Okay, boom, sold off. Boom, sold off. This is on a weekly chart. Okay, so I'm just showing you some of the zones. So trading within the box. Let's put a little different color here. And there's trading within the box right there. That's what my channel is all about. Okay, so we know that our profit target, let's say 238 to 239, 240, and right now we're 225.01 on July 3rd here. Okay, so with that said, let's go over to the daily chart on AMGN, because we want to know about where we are. Okay, we want to know on a daily chart, where are we? So we have a crossover on the stochastic. Now this could come down and fail. It's not always perfect, but what do we have? We crossed up. We have a little momentum here now. Okay, so we come now. When we come back here, we come back with what? Higher low now. We're getting a little bit of a higher low here now on the smaller time frames. Okay, what do we have here too? I want you to look here. We have a little bit of a sideways consolidation here. Okay, so we have accumulation, okay, of something going on here. Okay, what and how are we going to know? Okay, let's stretch this out a little bit here so we could see. Okay, so we have, what do I always say about these huge bars? These huge volume bars that stick out like a sore thumb, okay? It will magnetize towards that area, okay? Let's say that area is a 232, okay? So let's just say that's our first stop. How are we going to know? Let's go to a lower time frame. Look at the time frame here. Now, this breaks it down a little smaller for us. So we can see, we can put this on a microscope and actually see what's happening. Increasing volume, okay? Right there. You come off support. Beautiful starting point. Okay, let's see on a 2-hour chart if we have a retest W, okay? We have a little bit of a retest W right here, okay? Right there. And we got a little bit baby one right there. Now, well, let's put it back on the candlesticks here, okay? Look at this beauty right here. Now, you're going into this area with lighter volume, okay? This downdraft. So you could hit it and then pull back, but let's see if it holds and just keeps running. Okay, we could have a nice little trade here. Now, on the smaller time frame, we have resistance right here on a smaller time frame. But the larger time frames dictate to the smaller. So we get engulfing and we get a little bit of a surge of buying here. So the dogs are in there. The big guys are in there, okay? Now, 4-hour chart. What happens is, now, when you go to a 4-hour chart against the daily chart, what do you see, okay? You could see it broken down a little easier, okay? That's exactly right. We have a W formation engulfing, okay? Engulfing, bam, right there, buy signal. Boom, stochastic up. Beautiful candlestick. Now, we got to watch it because you want to see on a smaller time frame, break it down. Where are you going and where are you heading into, okay? So I like to use the 45-minute chart because I can see the volume. I can see the volume better. It opens up better. So we got it, engulfing, coming up, boom. So they're definitely buying right now, okay? You possibly maybe not want to chase this. You might want it to pull back and see. So right now you're in resistance on a 15-minute chart. You maybe want to pull back a little bit, and then you can get back in at a different support level. Our chart looks beautiful, okay? So that's why I'm spending so much time on AMGN here, okay? So this is something where now we have a new support level right here, okay? And what is that support level? That's a demand area right there. And that's a buy area right in that spot. Look at that, okay? 222, 225, we're in a buy area. We have a downdraft right here, but we can go into it with lighter volume. Okay, and that's something that you want to keep watching. Okay? So, on AMGN, let's go back to the weekly chart. Coming off beautiful, clean support level at 219 to 220 to 222. Okay, so we're coming here and then we want to start seeing some buying come in and then get this to turn up and we get the volume, and we do have decent volume going in. So when we came up, now we're drifting back with lighter volume on the weekly chart. Okay, let's just see the volume. We came up with almost 17 million shares, okay? So when we were coming down here, 7, 8, remember the larger time frames dictate to the small time frames, 10 million, 8. So going into as we pushed up, let's see what kind of engulfing we get on the weekly, and we'll be home free on AMGN. Okay, now, that was a lot of time on one stock, sorry. Let's go to Simon Properties. Now, on Simon Properties, what happened here, let's look, because we just got done with the month, and we just came off an incredible support area at 105.06 or 104.18 and 109.29. Let's just give it a range because it's the monthly chart. Now, look at the W formation here. Boom. Coming off here, okay? We could get one of these, and then we could add up to the 160 range over time. It's not going to happen right away. Let's go over to the weekly chart, and as we're in the weekly chart here, we got some nice volume. We got engulfing, okay? Got engulfing. And we're going into this big candlestick. Now, pull your chart back. Pull your chart back. Always pull it back to see where the demand zones are and where the supply areas are, okay? So we're in a little bit of a supply area right now on Simon Properties. So we want to see if it's going to take that out, okay? So now we're coming into this range with a higher low, okay? And where is that higher low? It's right here, okay? You got one there. And then look how it was lower in this area. So look at these steps, okay? These are steps up. So there was a lot of interest down here in volume, and the volume's increasing on the weekly chart. Here, see it? And we have engulfing, and we have a W formation right there. Okay, so we could get this thing to pull up. We could head up in this area here. Okay, so on Simon Properties, let's go to a daily chart on Simon Properties. And always keep that earnings right on your list. July 31st for Simon Properties. Okay. Now we get up and over a major, on a daily chart, we get up and over a major hurdle right here on the supply area. Okay. And what do we got right here? We have another support area. We get up and over. Okay. And if you turn your eyes to right here, we're in that spot where the buying was, okay? So now we're going back into that. And we got some nice volume here, okay? Look at the volume. Even though the candlesticks closed lower, that's why they're red, look at the volume coming in here. Got a lot of volume coming in here. Okay, so right here. So let's say we head into right in this area, and we could head up into the 121 range. We're at 117.04 right now on Simon Properties. Quick on a 2-hour chart, let's see, and we're holding the line. We're holding the 9-day moving average, okay? Let's go back here, and we have to go over a few more, okay? TLT, I want to show you something with the TLT, okay? Now, the TLT is the 20-year treasury, the long version, you know, to buy the treasuries, 20-year. And look how we're in the consolidation, okay? We're trading within the box. So coming back to support here with a W formation, and then boom, okay? That's how we would be heading up, okay, into that spot right there, okay? So that's something that you want to watch. Disney. So these are discounted stocks here now. Let me show you something quick on Disney. Okay, we were up in the 202.71 range, okay? And that was on March of 2021. Now, what do you see here? Okay, you have a major demand area, major, and you're sitting right in it right now at 90.50, a buy zone. Okay, this is on July 3rd, 2023. So you're sitting in a major on a monthly chart. You are in a major area right in this area. Now, if this breaks, we're going to go down here. We'll be down in this 70 range. So let's see what they do. You got a little bit of a cluster here. Let's go over to the weekly chart. Go over to the weekly chart, and what do you see? Okay. You see weakness. You got a lot of selling volume here, but you do have a great discount. Okay. You got a lot of selling volume here. Okay. And there's your support area. So you want to see if it's going to bounce. Okay, will this be a little bit of a bounce? So this is a trade. If it holds, it will be a range of trade. So this is something no investment or anything like that, but here's trading on the box. There's your piece of cheese right in this area, okay? Right there. So let's say you topped out at 103.13. Right now you're at $90, okay? So let's see what happens in that area. Okay, let's see what happens in that area. How you'll know, obviously, you go over to a 2-hour chart to see if you're coming off the bottom here. Okay, and you pretty much are. I mean, as you stretch this up, you're coming off an incredible buy area at $88, or I mean even lower. But let's call it $88 to $89. So you're coming off, and boom, on a 2-hour chart, what happens here is you break out. Now you just broke out. Okay, so we're trying to break this down because where am I going to get in? So that boom, we get the breakout. We want the pullback. Will the pullback hold right here and then keep going? Okay, or will the pullback, let's get a different color, and will the pullback come back to the support area and then take off? Okay, that's what we want. We want it to come back and then take off. Okay, so that's something. Now look at Disney. Okay, Disney, the money's coming in. We're following the money. Okay, it's following money. Okay, so this is something that as we go in to here, we have a resistance area. Just keep in mind, okay? And that's at 91.08. So let's say it hits it, boom. And then we come back and we got support at 90.18, and then we recock. And then we buy at support and we start heading up. We break this area and the shorts start kicking in. Okay, so this is what we're going over here. As we look at Costco, now Costco, we were going over this for a while, okay? And I want to show you what was happening with Costco, okay? Now, do you remember when I had the pennant formation? We were going over this whole thing. Let's go over a weekly chart here, okay? Now we have bullish buying here, okay? But we knew. Now on the weekly on the weekly candlestick right here on May 22nd, 2023, we knew we were holding the support line here. Even though we were going in a sideways consolidation right here, how did we know? We got the capitulation candlestick right there, okay, right in that spot. And we had good volume coming in here, but we got divergence right now a little bit in volume. So on the weekly chart, we have a little bit of a divergence in volume. So we are going into resistance area. So this could pull back or just could keep going. Now it's closed higher every week over here. Closed higher, 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 and higher. So let's see what happens this week with it. Okay. And remember what I told you about the pennant? We had I call it the squeeze play. We had the pennant formation here. Okay. And actually it was over here. And I said to you, what's going to happen? Are we going to break up or down? What was going to happen in my videos? Okay, I said, we're getting a squeeze play here. What's going to happen then? Boom. Look at the volume. So that's like a consolidation in its own way, okay? We got the triangles consolidation, which is a pennant formation, a pennant, okay? So right there, we squeezed. We had this area, and then boom, the buying started to come in, okay? Right there, okay? And we only have a few more minutes here. So look at this. Now we're going in resistance. We're going in on a daily chart. We're going into the selling points here. Okay. So you be careful. You don't want to be chasing Costco. So Costco, you wanted it at 487, let's say 485, 483. Then we came up to resistance and it broke it and then held. So the new buy point was at 512 or 513. Now it's 541.04. So this is not a surprise on Costco. And I could go back to my videos, you'll see them on Costco. Now UPS. Now watch UPS here because on my monthly chart, we're also getting ready to make a nice run. And we have nice volume coming off a major support area. Let's go to weekly really quick. And what's happening here actually, if we just move this down, let's make this clearer. We had the major support area right here. And then we had the engulfing. And we had good volume, right? And we're coming into a monster buying volume stick right there, which is right at the top of this range. That's where we're heading right here. So we're heading right here on UPS up to this 192, 193 range. That's where we're heading because we're going to go to the magnet, which is the volume stick, okay? So just keep in mind here, where the sell areas were. Okay. Major sell point right there. Okay. We have, so here trading within the box, let's just do a different color. And right here, you're trading within the box. That's what my channel's all about. 171.32 all the way up in this range of 193. Okay, so UPS, this trade right here, and then there's a weekly chart, and look at the W. What a beautiful W formation right there. Okay, it doesn't get better than that. It really doesn't. Okay, so that's something that on UPS you want to be watching, you want to look at. Okay, but you want to also know where you are. As I always say, know where you are with as you start busting up into the gap into a sell area. Okay, so your lowest chance of losing money was down here. You're in a mid range here. You blow away the middle. You want to come back, get a little bit of a pullback. You want to get to support at 180, and then boom, we're off to the races to 190. So that's what we're looking at. And then you got to be careful. You want to take your bread off the table up in those areas. Okay. It's holding the 9-day moving average beautifully on UPS. Okay. Coca-Cola. So we look at Coca-Cola. Let's go to a monthly because we just ended June here. Okay. Now we have a squeeze play here. Okay. We have this going on with the pennant formation. Okay. Let's see. So now look where you are. You're at support right now. Okay. Remember you have earnings next month in August. Actually, July. No, sorry. I got to see when that is exactly. So now always know that this is going to be your range. So it'll be somewhere in this 63.07 and maybe pulling back. And then what? Are we going to get the same situation that we had at Costco? I would love to see that happen, right? Where we have the squeeze play. So, and then we have a W formation on the weekly chart right here, and we have the stochastic all the way on the bottom. That's where we want to be. And then we want to start seeing it come in. Okay? But remember, trading with the box, look where we are. Let's go to the candlestick, and right there, look where we are. Trading within the box. So up in this range, you want to take your bread at the 64.35 range. You get the breakout, all the shorts are going to turn around and then go north. Okay, and they're going to buy at that point. Because you do have a lot of short sellers in that area. Tesla, let's just go over Tesla really quick. We're pretty much way over the time limit here today. And that's why I wanted to do a webinar live with everybody. And this way I could go over more stuff for everybody. Look at the buying. Look at the right side of the W, and then there's the 314.48 game. Right now you're at 279.82. Remember, you are overbought, but look at this setup. Okay, that's a monthly chart. That's going to take a while. Okay, right now, as you go into the weekly chart, you have support right here. You have a major support level right here, where I just drew the line. Okay. And then you have a sell point right here, right there. So you're going into what? You're going into a supply area with Tesla. Now, you could get into it and go to the top of the range because you have massive volume here. You have a massive amount of volume. Okay, so you can go up to the range of 315. Let's see if it breaks out. I mean, we got to get a little bit of a pullback here, okay? So that's something we're waiting for, and we're going to want to see. Now, on Tesla, we're coming into the selling area. So we gap up, but we could gap up, and then it could be a fake, and then pull back. Let's see what happens here, because what do we have here? We got less interest. We got less buyers now up in this area here, but that's also because of the holiday. Okay, Tesla, be careful. You have earnings on July 24th. Okay, so that's something you're going to want to be very careful on. Okay, you're in a supply area right now on Tesla. Okay? You're in a supply area, so you got to be very careful here. You pull back, then go try to tag it again. We can go up to the top of the range at 314 to 315, let's say. But let's see. Okay, this is something that you're going to want to manage on a much smaller time frame if you're going to take a chance up here, which I really wouldn't, because you have to be very careful. But what is now, as you bring this back, what's happening on the 15-minute chart? They were buying, right? So let's see. Now, if Tesla, now watch this. So if Tesla on a 15-minute chart, we just came off support when it was engulfing. Now, we're gonna go up to this range, and let's see if we break above it, because everybody, the shorts are standing right here. Okay, so if we break above, boom, the shorts are gonna turn around and just start going long again. And then you just, you could look at it on let's go to a 3-hour chart for a second here, and look at the volume. Okay, look at the volume on a 3-hour chart here. It just kept holding over the moving average, and right now you're getting above it here again, and you have some buyers here coming in. So let's see if we got a pullback where it holds and just keeps making new highs. Now here it closed higher again on a 3-hour chart. You go to a 2-hour chart. What happened with Tesla? Okay, you got up and over. Okay, the last resistance area. So we knew that our box of trading was right here. We went over this a few times. That was our cheese. Now we get up and above. Now we have a new support area right here. Okay. So I just wanted to go over everything with you. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Thank you for coming. Trading Within the Box. Please like and subscribe my channel. Share my channel if you like the content. I give you the honest information as much as I can this way, and then you can apply it on your own. So this is a great session. I want to thank everybody for coming. Have a wonderful 4th of July. God bless America, and stay safe out there.